Hi everybody, Thomas J. Nelson with Big Block Realty San Diego, and more importantly, Bay Park, San Diego. Doing another episode of Shopping Local, and I'm here with my good friend, Birgit Witherspoon of Be Balanced. Birgit, hello.
Hi, Thomas.
We go way back. I always like to tell this quick story when I introduce Birgit when I'm referring her, because when I first met her and I saw what she did, and I've admitted this to you, I said it looked like voodoo to me. I did not understand what you were doing until I had an ailment and I finally said, okay, I'm going to give Birgit a try, and she helped me. And I know another time when I came in sick and she cured me, and I'm like, oh my God, this stuff works. I don't know why it works, but we're going to get into that. So yes. What I want to start off by asking you is, why Be Balanced? Why did you start this business? What brought you to being in the health and wellness? And what I like to say, she's my holistic coach.
Good. Great question, Tom. The reason I got into it is my mom was very sick, and she tried so many things, and doctors really couldn't help her. And she dabbled a little bit in holistic stuff by herself, and that always seemed to make a difference for a little bit. And two things she didn't want to change. And that was her eating habits and her lifestyle.
That's me.
So that got me to think. I was like, we are what we eat, so why don't we start there? And that's how I got into nutrition, lifestyle, and emotional health.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love it. It's awesome to help people, and when they leave here and say, oh my gosh, I feel so much better, that's the best reward for me.
So earlier I alluded to when I first met Birgit, which is decades ago at this point, I didn't understand what she was doing or how she was doing it, or what she even, like what was the scope of things she can help. So I want to talk to you about that. I have been surprised to learn you help everyone from just the common cold to cancer, pregnancy to aches and pains. So talk about the scope of your work and then the benefits. For maybe mention two or three things that you've helped people get cured from.
Definitely. The scope is very wide. I do love working, though, with people who have digestive issues. That's a super easy fix for me.
Okay.
People with digestive issues, for example, they often come, either they have heartburn, chronic heartburn, or they get nauseous after they ate, or they have some bowel issues, and by just tweaking their diets just a little bit, it's usually taking out one or two foods that don't sit well with their bodies, and boom, they are better. Nice. So that's amazing. Love working with infertility issues. I have had many moms that have been trying and nothing worked, and often they are so stressed, and by just helping them reducing stress, they do become pregnant. So.
Yeah, it's amazing the effect stress has on a body.
I know.
I've learned that the older I get.
Yes, and then too, during the pregnancy, it's fun for me because it changes so much, particularly in the first trimester, with helping to supplement so that they do have a happy, healthy baby.
Nice.
And then afterwards, it's so rewarding for me and the mom because the babies are healthy and happy, so they sleep well, they don't have all the trouble or colics and stuff like that. It's wonderful.
Where were you 25 years ago when I had my son?
So that's another big thing I'm passionate about. Immune challenges. I work with a lot of people who have autoimmune disease that's more prevalent these days. And often what is there's a food underlying again that triggers it. And when we can remove that, the body actually has a chance to heal itself. Sleep disturbances, which are very big. I have very nice supplements for that. And again, goes back into lifestyle, coaching people along what to change, how to change it. I have not shied away from anything when people approach me and say, would you take me as a case? It's complex. I said, yeah. And I think it's the combination of what I do that I combine the kinesiology, the assessing of the body with that, with at least to start out with the blood type diet, making it more personalized, and then the emotional component in all of that. This whole package makes such a big difference, and that's when people get off the table and say, oh, I feel good.
And I've been one of those people on several occasions for several different things. But and I know currently I can I give you a testimonial right here that sleep or lack of sleep has been plaguing me There's just some simple supplements and some minor lifestyle changes, little tweaks that Birgit suggested, and my sleep has improved tremendously over the last few months. And it probably would have not taken that long, but changing your lifestyle isn't the easiest thing to do, so it's probably more my discipline than your technique.
Yeah, it's not, and I think that's what I like too, and that's surprising for a lot of people. I call it the backwards approach. So before I take away from people, I usually add in.
Oh.
So particularly when it comes to the nutrition part, that makes a huge difference.
Yes.
And there is this like, oh, she's going to take my donut away. You know, it's like...
So we can do that later?
It's like, no, we can do that later. You know, let's focus on something totally different right now.
See, guys, I'm advocating for you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right.
So... yeah, it is, and often it is, like you said, just a little tweak that we don't see, and I see it, and I can say, well, try this, you know, and ultimately it's up to you. You are right, but
yeah.
I try always to nudge my clients along making those changes.
Good stuff.
Yeah. One note, though, I don't cure anything.
Oh.
I do not want to get in trouble. I don't cure anything.
Our bodies cure.
Exactly.
Yes.
They heal themselves.
They heal themselves. As long as we follow our instructions.
Instructions and take your supplements, eat good food, yep.
All right.
They need the right parts.
Okay, Birgit, so what I love asking all my business owners here in Bay Park is, why did you pick Bay Park to start your business?
Great question. I live in Bay Park.
Aha.
So actually just half a mile from the office. I can walk. I love that. And what's not to love about Bay Park? I have a long lunch break. I go walking at Mission Bay Park, you know.
I was just going to ask you.
To make that work. And then you have everything around that you need.
Yep.
You know, there's Moto Yoga, there's Sprouts, the grocery store. If you want to splurge a little bit, go to Farmer's Table.
Ah, yeah.
And the other thing I love is it's so easy to get anywhere from here.
Yes.
So those are my highlights, and it's a really nice neighborhood.
It is. And I agree with you. You know, I never realized till I moved here how central it is, because as a realtor, I'm going to North County, South County, San Diego proper, and it's amazing how easy it is to get to any freeway rather than living far north or far south. And I agree with you on some of your choices, and I do love walking my dog along the bay too. So, well, thanks for the little peek into your world. And if you guys have something that ails you or something that's confusing you, why does this hurt or why does this symptom keep coming up? Birgit's a very good investigator, and as she says, she doesn't cure you, but she gives you the tools to cure yourself. Your body's amazing, and she teaches you that. So she is right here in the heart of Bay Park off of Denver and Gesner Street. Her contact information will be down below, so you can reach out to her. And thank you for joining me, Thomas J. Nelson, Big Block Realty San Diego, bringing people home to Bay Park. And this has been another episode of Shopping Local in Bay Park.